Hi guys. Oh gosh, I look rough. Woo! Okay, let me see if I can put you, no. Just bear with me. Hi! I'm trying to work this out, guys, because this is now in the kitchen. Oh no, but you can see underneath. Oh gosh, what am I gonna do? Wait, how's this? How's this? Is that better? No, it isn't. Ah! Okay, hold on. I got this. I'll make this work. I'm determined. Hold on. Don't mind me. Make yourselves feel at home. Okay, there, is that better? That's sort of better. Okay, you're seeing, yeah, a little bit of the cupboard space. Sorry. Hi! So good to see you guys. It's 12:02 on a lovely Sunday afternoon. I am in my Austin abode, so bear with me because for today's Tea with Karen baking fundraiser with my bestie Danielle Russell from Legacies, I am having to navigate my way through a new kitchen and new supplies and have realized already that, oh, I don't have that baking tray I wanted, so I'm going to be coming up with alternatives. So you'll see Carl probably walk by. You'll probably see me panic and say, oh my God, how does this work? But we'll have a laugh and it'll be loads of fun. Today is our 26th session of Tea with Karen, and I'm so happy that all of you joined us. I see Tom, Celtic, hello, Celtic Tico. I see Danielle Russell, hug. Emma Esberger, Under the Feather Charlotte. Let's give some shout outs. Deborah, Celtic Tiso, Milo, we need Milo. Yes, Tom, Milo is outside. I'm sure he'll make an appearance. This is me from a week of filming, and I had to wash my hair because, dirt, grit, apocalyptic dirt kind of thing. Don't worry, my hands are all clean. I am going to bring Danielle on. As you know, today is Baking with Purpose, and thank you for being so patient, because to align Danielle's schedule with mine and our filming schedules and moving and everything, it's been a little crazy. But today we are raising funds for the ACLU, and to find out more about the important work that the ACLU do, you can visit them on www.aclu.org. And I know Emma Esberger and Charlotte from Under the Feather have been so instrumental with posting links and updates and bullet points. Thank you. I love you ladies so much. And thank you, Charlotte. A big shout out to Charlotte for posting all the ingredients for today's bake-off. Now, you guys don't have to follow the recipe that Danielle and I are following. You can follow your own favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe, but we just thought we'd give that as a suggestion. Now, this is interesting now because I've got the bake-off stuff. Donations! Yay, you guys are already donating. Thank you. So you guys should see, I guess on the bottom of your page, it should say live fundraiser for ACLU, and it'll tell you the amount on how much we raise. So please, no amount is too small at all. $5, $10, whatever you can give. So much appreciated by Danielle and I. You guys are being instrumental. You are making your voices heard. Hashtag rock the vote, equality, inclusion, diversity. These are just some of the many things that the ACLU represent. So thank you so much for your kindness and generosity. I am going to bring Danielle. Can't wait to catch up. Let's just wait. Hi!
Hi! How are you?
You mean to say after going back to filming, you look so rested and relaxed and gorgeous. And look at me. This is the difference between filming in Mystic Falls, guys, and then in the apocalypse.
Well, to be fair, we really only did one practice day. on Tuesday, which I was a part of, and they started filming on Thursday, I think, which I wasn't in those scenes. So I was like, I'm just gonna take this time and rest. I slept until like 10:30 today, so I'm rested. I'm good to go.
You're good to go. You look gorgeous.
Oh,
You look so good. We were on night shoots, and I slept all day yesterday. I think it's going from like not filming, as you know, not working for 7 months and quarantining, and then all of a sudden being thrown from one extreme straight back into work.
I know. I had anxiety going to work the other day because I was like, I just have not been around people in a very long time. This is like a lot. And so it was like I found my social skills were really off. But tomorrow, or I think Tuesday, is my first official day of filming.
Yay! Congrats. I know how you feel, love. When I went back too, it's like this mix of excitement and gratitude, but also, you know, I was quite anxious too. I know that everyone, especially on set, our shows, they are following strict COVID protocol. And they have to. It's for everyone's safety and well-being, and no one can afford to be shut down. So that's such a comfort to know that in itself. But at the same time, it's just so different from the past. You know, it's a new norm. It's a bit skeletal than what it used to be. It's just very, very different, and everyone's very aware that, you know, we are in a pandemic and wearing masks and everything. It's just washing my hands. I have to have hand cream. That's the one thing.
Me too. That's like the biggest COVID life hack, is to just always have hand cream with you.
Yeah.
Because my hands have never been so broken.
Yeah. I was looking at my hands and they were shriveled up like a 90-year-old. And even 90-year-olds probably have better looking hands than me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need massive amounts of hand cream because we're just constantly washing our hands.
I know.
So are you ready to bake?
I am. I mean, did you do the introduction on ACLU and everything?
Yes, I did. Okay. But do you want to add anything to that? I gave them the link to ACLU.
Okay.
But if you want to add anything to that, feel free to.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys don't know much about ACLU, they are an organization that has been fighting systemic injustice for decades. I'm not sure exactly how long, but for a very long time, ranging from issues to racial injustice, to unequal bias, to trying to fight for rights for LGBTQ and for women. They're a fantastic organization that kind of covers all bases. So definitely go check them out. Any donation, no matter how big or small, is so appreciated to a cause that we are very, very passionate about and want to be more involved in. So I guess you've linked it. I don't know anything about linking any of this stuff, so I'm going to let you handle that.
That was such a beautiful intro, so thank you for that. And yes, www.aclu.org. And to get these donations going, because we've already had 8 donations, which is amazing. And
thank
you guys can all take just 2 minutes out of this bake off to just even donate $5 or whatever. Every bit counts. And, you know, who knows, maybe Danielle and I might sing or dance or do something.
Oh, geez.
If we'll take requests in. So first of all, have you got all your ingredients? Are you following, which recipe are you following?
Okay, so I actually didn't, sorry about my glasses, but I'm using a tripod I use for my self-tapes, and you can like see everything.
Gorgeous.
Blue light glasses. So sorry if that's distracting to viewers, but I am actually using a recipe. I literally just found it because I didn't have some of the ingredients to that recipe.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna wing it, you know?
Well, winging it is fun. That's fine. We can wing it.
It's unique. But I have mostly everything. I might be a little bit of a mess, but put my hair up and everything, so I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go. So everyone tuning in, what's the first thing we do is we wash.
Yes. Yeah.
So I have washed my hands. Danielle, have you washed your hands? You did too.
My hands.
They say that we should turn the oven on. But before we turn the oven on, I should probably this is how out of it, having slept all day. I'm in the Austrian home, so everything is like new to me.
Oh, you are. Oh my God, that's amazing. I want to see more pictures of it.
Yes, and we've already started trying to find a wallpaper that, you know, would be fun.
Aw,
As
that's
everyone
so
knows,
exciting.
I love me what decorating. We could talk about decorating forever, right?
Forever, yeah. Karen and I, when it comes to decorating, shopping, any of that kind of stuff, we're the worst. We literally could just,
Oh,
it's dangerous.
I miss our Sunday brunches together
I
and then
know,
going
me
shopping.
too. I know.
Okay, so let's get your recipes out. So whichever recipe you guys are using, get them out. The one, Danielle, so you're kind of adapting outside of the recipe that I posted, yeah?
Sort of. It's a very basic recipe.
Which is
Kind
good.
of similar ingredients, but I've never
Yep.
used this recipe before. I don't know. I haven't even done enough research about who posted the recipe. I can give credit to him or her later, but I don't know.
Yes, we'll post all of that. Mine, I took off of. You can substitute. Okay, so I went on to, because I was doing keto earlier on, and main reason was to come off sugar. So I'll tell you what I have. I'm using for my flour, almond flour.
Okay, great.
Yeah, because I'm gluten intolerant, so I'm using almond flour.
I'm using also gluten-free flour, so it's not
So
almond
you've
flour.
got that. Yeah, on my recipe, I don't know if you need it, but xanthan gum.
I didn't have that. That was kind of a big part of the recipe, so I was like, I'm just gonna find another one because I didn't have that and I like didn't know where to get it.
Yeah,
So.
it's a binding agent. It holds it together. But
right, that's what I figured, and I was like,
yeah.
I don't have any substitutes for that either. So.
But this is the fun in baking. Mm-hmm. It's the effort that counts.
The
right?
effort. Yeah, the effort, absolutely.
You've got your baking powder. Is it baking powder or baking soda? Baking powder,
Different
yes.
things, yes.
Baking
I
powder.
have both in mine.
Okay, you've got yours. Good.
Yes.
Now, I'm also getting some salt. I've got my salt because I need salt. I've got my sugar-free. I'm not now, guys. I'm not endorsing or anything, but these are the ones that I use. It's Chalk Zero. I love them so much because they're dairy-free, because I'm lactose intolerant too. Sugar-free, soy-free. So they're really great, but they're flavored with monk fruit sweetener. So Chalk Zero, really good. So I'm using those ones.
I'm using Trader Joe's completely, like just complete raw baking chips, like no sweetener or anything. So the only things I had. So I was like, you know what?
That's good. Love that. And then eggs. You need eggs. I'm going to try this one a little because some of my friends are vegan. And so I thought, wow, okay, so this is where I'm going to be trying this out for the first time and hope to pray that it's okay. Mm-hmm. As an egg replacer, I am using...
I've never used that before.
So
I've used flax eggs before, where I've made eggs from flaxseed. And they work pretty well, but I've never used like an actual egg replacement before. So
that sounds good, and that gives me hope for mine because I've never used an egg replacer. So I'm going to try that to make this vegan. You've got your vanilla extract.
Mm-hmm.
You've got that, okay. And I better go get. Sorry, as I navigate through the kitchen, I have to get the monk fruit sweetener. That is the most important.
I'm going to be a bit more unhealthy. I'm using just brown sugar because I didn't have coconut sugar or anything, which is what this recipe originally called for, but dark brown sugar it is.
Yeah. Yay! And I can see the donations are going up. We're almost at 300.
They are. Oh my God. 20 of you guys have donated. That's so generous. Thank you so much.
Love you. Again. Love you. Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
Okay. So now, let's see this. Preheat a fan-forced oven to either 180 degrees Celsius or 360 degrees Fahrenheit.
Mine
Ready?
Already preheating.
Oh, look at you. You're so good.
Has preheated to 375 Fahrenheit.
375. Now, you guys are going to laugh because this is a brand new stove. And I'm like, how do I do bake?
You know, winging it.
Funny. I am so winging this, guys. I'm like, because this is, okay. Enter. Oh, good. Oh, good. It's preheating. Okay, got that done. I actually said to Carl, I was like, I might need you to help me work that out. Okay, so we've done that. Now, oh my gosh, we need butter.
Butter,
Butter.
yes. Butter.
Have you got butter?
Mine calls for coconut oil. So
Coconut oil, okay.
I get coconut oil. This is a pretty healthy recipe too.
Yeah.
It's not like the typical whatever, which is usually what I like to do anyway, because I like to have my dessert and be healthy about it.
Yes.
So,
We like that. So I've got my vegan butter.
Oh, I love that butter.
Earth Balance is really
Yeah,
good.
I have it literally in my fridge right now. I can eat it.
Okay, so let's see this. Now, hi guys, I hope I'm not making you guys dizzy from all the movement and all that.
I know.
Okay, so
I'm like, welcome to my kitchen where you can see everything.
It's like, I'm so sorry. This is, you know, I'm not a pro or anything baker,
Yeah, no,
but I will tell you, I've been so inspired. Netflix, new season of Great British Bake Off is on.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet. I've been so busy, I haven't watched it.
It's so good. It's so good. It is the one thing that just brings, like, especially after a long day at work, it just brings me so much joy.
Because it's so wholesome. Like, there's nothing negative about the show. Yeah. It's just so wholesome.
Right? Carl laughs all the time because he's just like, he looks at me and I have this permanent grin when I'm watching. I'm like this. I'm so happy.
That's actually so sweet.
So butter, half a cup. Now on my recipe, it says, you guys are probably way ahead of us. Half a cup of butter. So I'm going to measure that in now. Oh boy.
I'm putting in my
half a cup
oil, which is like my version of butter in this. So.
Okay, doing this now. It's going in. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think that's about, you know what? I can just imagine, you know, the contestants on British Bake Off, they say that when they're at home, they're so relaxed, but when they're doing it live.
When they're doing it, yeah, with an audience, like I never, you know, I just do it just to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm horrible at going, like, I stay off of social media, period. So, you know, it's a bit more stressful.
It's because you think I don't want to make a mistake.
I know, I'm like, oh my God.
But like I said, it's the effort that counts.
Yes, exactly. And it's for cause, so.
Okay, so that's half a cup, and it says half a cup of butter. You are going to either melt over a hot, melted and hot over medium heat, or you can place it in the microwave. I remember that on low.
Yes.
I'm going to put it in the microwave for like 15 seconds or something. Do little because you don't want to burn it.
I'm putting it in
so 15 seconds, and let's see if that works. Okay.
How have you been settling into your new home?
Oh, love, it's been so much fun, but as you know, so overwhelming because it's just trying to set up the utilities and then looking at the furniture and everything that you need. And it's like when you buy things, especially like plants, because I love plants, I got to think, but sometimes I'm going to be in LA, so I got to make sure these plants are going to be okay.
Yeah, the less living things, the better.
Yeah. But it's been so much fun, just, you know, decor mode. I love that so much, as you know. And it's been a lot of fun, love. What about you?
Huh?
What about you?
I mean, I've just been settling back into my home, which everything was kind of already done because I spent the first 2 months, I don't know, a couple months of quarantine, literally locked inside my house. So I was just kind of doing projects I had put off for a while. Yeah. Hanging up curtains. Fun adult things.
Very adult things.
Yeah. So everything was kind of already done. And it's actually been really nice because I was at home with my family for up until like literally 2.5, 3 weeks ago. But it was kind of nice to be like, okay, back in work mode. I'm very grateful to have a job to go back to. Yeah. So I was a bit excited about that. But it's been good.
That's good, love.
Yeah.
Is your butter melted?
Well, it said to use solid coconut oil, like
Okay.
don't melt it, which I've never done on the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to give credit to whoever did this recipe. I'm so sorry.
Well, mine is from a website called Fat for Weight Loss, but it's a keto recipe. So, and the main thing I wanted was because I have such a sweet tooth, as many of you know, which is why I switched over to monk fruit.
Oh yeah.
But also, I wanted to find something healthier because I love my chocolate chip cookies. That's my weakness.
Oh, I know. Sweets. I have to have a sweet every single day, whether it's like some chocolate, something. There's just no other way to live life. I'm sorry.
Do you remember oh, look at me. I just opened the microwave and cloud.
Yeah, perks of not being able to see.
Do you remember when we were on set and then they put out the chocolate chip cookies and I was going on this keto thing first and I couldn't have sugar. I was dying every time I saw those cookies. I was like, this is not fair.
It feels like a different lifetime ago.
I know. That was
everything was so different. And like socializing now on set is basically non-existent. We're literally like locked in our rooms. And then we go on set and then we see each other on set, you know, with our masks until like the last possible second. We take our masks off and then we're immediately masked back on. We go into our separate rooms and that's that. Like it's such a different world than what we used to be doing.
Yeah. I know. It's going to take a while to wrap our heads around it.
I know.
You know, and then it'll become it is the new norm, but I miss hugs.
I find it weird though to like see people without their masks because I'm so used to like being in a mask that it feels like a bit exposing when I take my mask off. I'm like, oh my God, I'm just not used. I feel naked, which I guess is, you know, a good thing.
Yeah.
To it.
I know. So where are you at now? My butter is melted. And it says place. Yeah.
Whisking together half a cup of brown sugar, a quarter of a cup of coconut oil, an egg yolk, and some vanilla.
Oh my gosh, you're on top of it.
I am just whisking away here. I would have usually used my actual mixer, but I didn't want the sound to be. It was too much.
Okay. So I've got that now. Melted butter. This is like multitasking on a whole.
I know, it is.
So it says place the melted butter and monk fruit in a mixing bowl. Okay, so now let me go back to how much I need. 3/4 cups of. Where's my other milk? Really? Am I missing one? That's half a cup. See, this is where the entertainment starts, where I'm just like, what?
I know. Everyone always laughs at me. Everyone that knows me knows that, like, whenever I do something, I have a really difficult time, like, holding conversation when I'm, like, doing dishes, when whatever, because I'm just so focused. Like, I'm not great at multitasking.
Yeah.
So this is, like, on crack here.
Okay, so I'm going to just take my 1/4 cup. And I'll do, so it says 3/4 cup. So mix that. You guys are probably way ahead of, you're with Danielle.
I know. Is anyone baking with us? Is this like a thing that we're all doing together, guys?
Yeah. Isn't that so nice? And look, we've raised almost $450.
Wow, guys. That's so amazing. It really is. I feel so much love.
Yeah. It's nice to know there's so many amazing human beings out there.
I know, especially in a time like this.
I know, when unity is so important, thinking about each other.
Yes.
Okay. 3/4 sugars in. All right.
I'm now putting in my dry ingredients, which include flour, salt, baking powder, and baking soda.
Uh-huh. Okay.
We're getting through it.
We are, so place them in a mixing bowl and beat until combined. Now, here's the question. Which one, this is supposed to be good for dough.
Right.
Is that bread dough or cookie dough? Because I've been using this in the past, but sometimes
that's always what I use too.
But sometimes the consistency is...
I feel like it doesn't get like all in
Maybe
the bowl thing. Why not? We're gonna try it.
Oh boy. What do you guys suggest? Guys, this Captain Hook type of thing?
Situation.
Or the whisk? Which one's better to use? Let me see. Any bakers out there who can tell me which one to use? They're just laughing. It's like which we like.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So I'm gonna try this hook thing. Okay. Now let me try this. Okay, now. Oh, I guess I should plug it in. That would help, Karen.
That would definitely help. Yeah, I refrained from using mine because I was like, you know what? This just feels a bit overwhelming.
I know, right? Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm just gonna.
Okay.
So I sort of have a dough. It feels a little.
How's your dough looking?
A bit dry, but I don't know if that's like supposed to happen. So I'm just gonna knead it with my hands.
Yeah. And I just realized I don't have a spatula here. This is gonna be funny.
I know, you just moved in too, and you're like trying to get just like the random things that you collect along the way.
Oh,
you know, like in your kitchens with like spatulas.
I know.
Like, you never think.
You're
yeah.
like, what?
How have the COVID precautions been on Fear? Like, what have they been like? I mean, I'm sure they're all the same with us, but
we're testing 3 times a week.
Us too.
So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The first time I had that thing, it was literally tickling your brain.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think it really depends who does the test, because the gentleman I had was so fantastic, was gentle. And if anything, it just feels weird, but it wasn't so bad.
Yeah. No, it's not bad. If anyone is afraid of getting tested, don't be afraid. It's really no big deal. It's actually very good to do. We do it all the time. We also do it 3 times a week. We have like a nurse's station sort of like in our facility, like past the gate, right there where the mill is. Yeah. Like where the mill and the meadow was. It's like right there. And we also have a site where our set deck is, which is a mile and a half away. So we go there.
So that's good. Yeah, we have one on set and one a testing unit on set, and then base camp. So
and you guys do a lot of location too, right? Yeah. So how does that work with the testing?
No, they'll be on location as well. So it's really great.
Nice.
Yeah. So it does make it, it's the first thing before we even step on set, as I'm sure for you guys. They will test us right away. They'll do temperature checks, and then they'll also do the
nose swab.
So FYI, I switched over to the whisk one first.
Okay. Better? Okay.
I thought that one, I'm going at a snail's pace at this rate. I'll use the hook for the dough.
Just kneading the dough with my hands. I reverted to using my hands because at this point, that's just where we're at. Yeah.
You got magic hands, so that's fine.
I guess.
You literally do have magic hands, you and Hope.
Yeah, for a living, I have magic hands.
Okay, so mine's coming. I am so behind all of you guys.
Please, it's fine. I mean, what time is it? It's 1:30. Okay, so
we got time.
We got time.
This is such a nice way to spend a Sunday. Is do some.
I know, it's fun.
Raise some money.
I know, I feel like it's such a fun way to like raise funds for a good cause. Yeah. Too. It's like a very unique way. Okay, I sort of have a dough. I have a dough.
You have a dough? Can we see?
I have a dough. Yeah, my hands are a little gross, but I think if this is like half of a recipe, this isn't like it yields 12. I think this yields like 6 or something. So it's small. But here's my dough.
That's good.
I'm very proud.
You got dough.
I have dough.
Okay. God, you are way ahead of me. I'm so impressed. I'm going to blitz this really quickly, and then I'm going to go into the next. Okay. So I've done that.
Got my dough.
Add the vanilla and egg. Okay. So I should just do that next. with my vanilla. I've got that. Vanilla extract. Talk amongst yourselves as I talk to myself.
Fine. I just washed my hands, and I'm gonna put it now on the baking sheets.
Oh my gosh! I can't. Of course, I can't open this.
Which I have the reusable. I think they're silicone.
Oh, I can't open this. Oh, I need Carl to come in here. Like, I can't open my vanilla extract, guys. This is happening.
Listen, you've been working late. It's okay. I'm being a little extra tired. It's okay.
You know when you do night shoots, you feel sort of discombobulated afterwards? You're like, Faye, I need your help. Please come in.
Is Carl going to be with you there for like a majority of the season?
Yeah, so because of the
nice.
pandemic, we've been really fortunate that he can work from anywhere. So we set up a studio over here, and so he can do his work. Oh, he's coming good. And he's going to be here. Milo's here too, so I'm so excited about
family. Oh, that must be so nice.
You know what? There is no better feeling than coming home at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and then Milo just being the first.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hi. Hi.
Right.
Say hi, everyone. There.
Hi, Milo. Oh my goodness.
Well, right. You haven't seen me.
Hi.
Danielle's here.
Hi, Danielle. How are you?
Hi, Carl. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Very well.
Oh, it is. It's not just me. It is stuck.
Very stuck.
It's very stuck. My vanilla extract is very stuck.
Oh, boy.
Do this, actually.
Say hi, Milo. Yes, we're raising money, Milo. We're almost at $500. Yay!
Okay, I've put them all on the...
We need a tool.
Okay, so Carl can't open it either. I'm glad it's not just me. Sorry, makeup check.
Oh, yes. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Trying to open that. I'm like sweating like crazy. Carl's now breaking out the tools, guys, to open up my vanilla extract. This is really going smoothly.
Listen, this is a real life situation. This is really real.
Okay, and then they said, and the egg replacement. Oh, did you open it? Oh my gosh. He's using a wrench.
Oh my God.
If you can't open it, use a wrench.
See? Good to have a man in the house, right?
Oh.
The thing is I don't even think I have a wrench at home.
Do you have a wrench?
I don't think I have a wrench. I have an IKEA toolbox, and that's just about it. I also have a drill.
A drill? Okay,
Which I never thought that I'd ever need to shop for.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it says here, it's good to have those basics in the closet.
I know. Okay, I'm in a different spot than Karen is, but I got mine on the tray, so we're gonna put them in.
You are so, look at you. I am so impressed. Okay.
I think mine was a bit easier though, so I might have cheated a bit.
I'm still on vanilla extract because you know
okay,
mishap. I'm so behind.
That's fine. I'll clean up.
I've got to do the egg replacement now. See, now this is where we think one large egg. So it says here to replace one whole egg, combine 1 tablespoon egg replacer with 2 tablespoons water. Okay.
Okay.
I can do this.
Bruner just texted me, and he was like, Bruner literally just texted me. If you're watching this, seriously, he just said that he's mad that he wasn't invited to, what was it, Cooking Time Explosion, I think he just said to me.
But Bruno knows that Instagram, you can only have one person at a time. So
yeah,
that's kind of difficult. You know, otherwise we'd have you on too, Bruno. So I call Bruno Rai Rai. Did you know that?
I think I did know that. And I think it always confused me because no one calls him Ryan.
Yeah.
So I was just a bit like, what the hell?
Ryan's a second AD extraordinaire.
Yes, extraordinaire.
Amazing. We love him so much. And He helped me bake the cookies at work.
Yeah, he did. He really made it happen.
And it was a really old oven.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We were like, oh no, is this going to actually work or not? But it did.
It did work. I remember it did work.
Okay.
Someone just asked what our Halloween costumes were.
Oh.
Are
you dressing up?
I feel like I live in a perpetual state of just in a costume. So my costume's going to be me.
It's going to be you.
It's going to be, I'm going to dress my dog up though, like a little lion. Because I'm that person. And I got a little lion costume for him. So.
Oh, I'm so That's going to be so cute. I am so behind with Milo. I've got to order his costume. I don't know.
I also ordered him, or I at Target one day, I found this little, like, oh my God, I'm that person, and that really annoys me. But I bought him a little, like, hoodie, like a little Halloween hoodie, and it says, like, Happy Halloween on it, and it's, like, black and white and orange. It's the sweetest thing ever. My dog is my child, so.
Yeah, I totally understand. Milo's the same way, too.
Yeah.
He's, like, now sleeping on the rug looking at me.
Of course. Waiting for you.
I'm mixing my egg replacer, so yes, it is a little bit more work. I'm trying to get that consistency and get the lump
working
out of...
though?
Well, we'll find out. It's kind of like, I don't know if you can see it without me trying to spin it. It's like a...
Okay, yeah. That's kind of what you do with like a flax egg too.
Yeah.
You put the tables, I think it's like 1 to 2 points, I don't know. And you just like let it stay and it like thickens.
Okay. Oh my gosh, we're at 40 donations at 532. This is wonderful.
God.
Wouldn't it be great if we could get to 1,000?
That would be, yeah, guys, that would be awesome. I mean, again, any donation, no matter how big or small, matters.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Okay, so I'm going to add the egg replacer now. I'm so behind you guys.
Oh boy.
How long are you putting your cookies in the oven
I don't
for?
know. That was like the thing I forgot to do was check up. I think it was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I haven't been looking at the time. I think it's been like 6 minutes. I'm going to estimate like 6 minutes.
You can check on the oven and see.
Yeah, I just want to leave the oven light on for you.
I am putting the egg replacer in.
When are you guys going to continue to shoot Legacies? Well, we are. We were just talking about that. Yeah, we started shooting 2 days ago, officially.
Yay!
How long have you guys been in production now then? What, like 2 weeks?
No, 1 week. We finished our first week of filming. So.
Oh my God. And everything was good? Everything went smoothly?
Touch wood. Everything was good.
Good.
You know? Just trying to keep everyone safe, you know?
Yeah, that's the biggest priority.
Being vigilant.
Yeah.
Being so vigilant with protocol. It's being aware of, you know, wearing your masks and being 6 feet apart and, you know, just making sure that you're not forgetting to follow protocol.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but we're in zones. So we have like red zone, yellow zone, green zone. Yeah, to like basically keep various departments away from each other.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
That's exactly the same for us.
Mm-hmm.
We're in zones. It feels so weird when you hear, okay, red zone, red zone.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I know. It feels very official.
Yeah.
Very apocalyptic.
I am so behind. This is not even funny now.
You what? I can't hear you.
Oh, because of this. Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. I'm so behind. It's not even funny. Okay, so I think I've got... It looks okay with the egg replacer.
Okay.
Add vanilla egg beef and add the almond flour. Now, I was told that, because it says to add almond flour, all your dry ingredients to this mixer. But I was told, as a hint, to mix your dry ingredients separately and then add it to. So I was like, all right, that's interesting. Let's do that. So I'm still there, guys. I'm catching up with you guys.
I'm just cleaning up. I'm just waiting for these to be done. I don't really know.
See, if we were doing an actual British Bake Off, you'd be cruising, and I would be like,
I really think it's just because my recipe was easier than yours and it didn't have as many ingredients and was also like cut in half. So
1.5 cups. It sounds yummy though. I'm excited. Okay, so I'm adding my almond flour, 1.5 cups, and I'm doing it in a separate bowl, guys. I'm mixing it separately. So that's 1 cup. Okay, so almond flour, 1 cup. And now I have to do 1/2 cup. Okay, 1/2 cup. Got it.
And stuff while I wait for this. Careful with the oven, Danielle. Thanks.
Oh yeah, you can have questions coming in. Almond flour, baking powder. Baking powder is 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, so now baking powder.
I know, looks like I'm like staring at you, but I'm just reading through comments to see if there's anything you can.
Okay.
Does it say Russell under your microwave? Yes, it does. It's actually a housewarming gift I got from my wonderful makeup artist. She got me this little like sign, and it says Russell and the year I left my house in, which is last year. And so it was a very sweet housewarming gift, and I keep it right there because I am not savvy enough to actually hang it up, so it just lives right there.
That is so sweet.
No, yeah, it was very, very sweet. I loved it. It was like one of the most unique gifts I've ever received, and so thoughtful. So, and it says like established 1999, 2019. No, yeah.
I love that so much.
So sweet.
I've added my baking powder. Meanwhile, talk much.
What candle am I burning? I am burning. This was actually an early birthday present I got from one of my very dear family friends. It's called Hey There Pumpkin. It's a soy wax candle, and I'm not sure the actual like brand name. I think you guys know what it is, but it's. Hello, Anastasia.
Xanthan gum I've added. Salt. Yes, salt.
I'm at 35. Oh, thank you. Someone's keeping track for me of when I put them in. So, thank you.
Oh, good.
I need my oven.
Almost at $715. Woo!
Oh my God, guys, that's so amazing.
Love you guys so much. Okay, put my salt in. All right, I'm getting there, guys. I am. Okay.
We're done.
Yours are almost done, and I haven't even put them in the oven. Okay, then we're going to beat until. Okay, so now what I will do is I will mix it in the dry bowl first. Okay.
They're a smidge burnt on the bottom.
Yeah.
Because I didn't keep track, but I think they'll do just fine. I'm still gonna eat them, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let them cool. Very important.
So in British Bake Off, what they do is they put it in the fridge.
Right, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to cold blast it. Okay, I'm now adding my dry ingredients into the bowl. Okay. And then, now what do I do? Oh, and then mix it. Okay. Oh, wish me luck. This is where it becomes the dough. This will tell me if the egg replacer is going to work in my favor or if it's going to bite me in the butt.
What do you mean? Because are you like beating it right now?
I'm eating it not right now. I'm having it mixed. You can see it's all mixing.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Oh, how it's going to like.
Yeah, because it gives the egg gives it that wetness to like pack it all together. So wish me luck.
Trial and error. It's good. I'm just reading comments. I'm cruising.
Yay! You can do that. Whilst I panic here and say, what?
What's your favorite food? That's a good question. Karen, what's your favorite food?
Well, I love all kinds of food. My parents brought me up where, you got to eat everything, otherwise you don't eat. But you literally, you don't eat if you don't eat food. I love obviously Indian food. As you know, Carl loves to cook.
Right.
He makes wonderful dishes. So anything from Italian to Swedish dishes, Indian. So what about you?
I don't know. That's like the most basic question, but I love like basically everything.
Yeah,
I
me
am
too.
pescatarian, so I don't eat everything, but I pretty much enjoy everything.
Yeah. So do I. I love all food. I'm a foodie, which is why being gluten intolerant and lactose intolerant really sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then all of a sudden you've got to, change things up. But I feel like there's so many recipes out there that allows for it now. So many options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of options for anyone with any sort of like appetite preferences. I don't know. You know what I mean? Any sort of food preferences. It's very accessible now. They're like ingredients for everything. You can buy it at any grocery store, which is lovely.
Yeah. And now too, we've stopped really eating meat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we feel a lot better. We weren't big red meat eaters. We'd have it maybe once in a blue moon, but we'd have chicken and turkey. But now that even is greatly reduced. So we're having more vegetarian and pescatarian dishes. And I have to say, I feel so much better.
Yeah, I mean, I've been vegetarian now for 5 years, 5 years, and I don't really. I mean, I don't really crave it ever anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I give it to my dog, but that's why I buy it.
Well, dogs kind of, they need that raw meat because, deriving from the wolves.
Yeah.
That's what they eat out in the wild is raw meat. And what I didn't know was like any fruits or veg would be in the stomach of the animal that they kill. So. So that's how they get their veg intake. But we cook. Milo's a spoiled little boy, but that's because he did have an acute. He had acute pancreatitis, so that kind of panicked us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that don't know if it's because he had to go on a medicine, because sometimes medicine can bring that about. There could be so many reasons. So that was a bit alarming, but now he's absolutely fine. But Carl cooks for him, and we also have the meal delivery service, which is so great. And
that's nice.
Yeah, so this is my dough.
Great. I'm gonna plate mine.
Woohoo!
And they're definitely a little burnt, but
okay. How are all yours coming along, guys? Feel free to comment. Tell us how your chocolate chip cookies are coming along.
I don't know where I put my spatula. Now I'm looking for my spatula.
Well, whilst we're doing this, I want to give a big shout out to my Fear family. Tonight we are airing on AMC at 9:00, episode 2 of the new season.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and if you guys want to catch up, you can catch up on AMC, on their app, or on demand. Mm-hmm. So it's all there, but episode 2, this season's so much darker. Oh.
But that's also, I'm sure, very fun to play too.
Oh, because it's so different from, Once Upon a Time. And I love playing princesses, as you all know. And I love playing Emma. Because I get to be with these guys, especially. So what's not to love about that? And I always hint to Brett and Julie. I'm like, look, anytime Emma needs to come to the rescue, I'm just a phone call away.
Yes, literally.
So you're plating up already. You're doing well.
I'm plating, yeah. I'm cleaning up. We're doing our musical episode currently. Yeah. So it's unique for sure. But it's going to be a fun one. I don't know when. I don't even know. I think we started airing in January, if I'm not mistaken. It's a little confusing because obviously we shut down, had 4 episodes left, and we like sort of finished some.
Yeah.
So we're still in the process of like cleaning everything up from last year. But yeah, we're like in our musical episode now. So.
Oh my gosh, that is so exciting.
Mm-hmm. And we have 2 new series regulars this year.
Yes!
Yes, Ben Levin, obviously, which I'm so excited about. And Leo Howard is joining our cast. So, new things this year.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
The family expands. Love it.
I don't know, guys. Will I see? You're going to have to just check out the episode.
Ooh. Have to make sure. So I'm kneading in my chips slowly. They're all falling. Don't do that. Because when you have a dog, as you all know, they become vacuum cleaners for anything.
Yes, they are.
And Milo definitely can't have chocolate. Oh, no. Where are you going? This is like, I'm losing chips here. Okay. Dee, you make the baking easy. You're so calm, and I'm like going, oh my gosh, are these sticky?
Again, it really is just because I just had an easier recipe. Mine are all done. They're a little, I don't know. I don't know what you'd call this. They're a little like frayed at the edges, like a little crisp.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they're going to taste delicious because...
Can't go wrong with chocolate chips.
No, you can't.
And even if it is a little bit overcooked underneath it, I kind of feel like it gives that crispiness.
Oh, yeah. I'll show you guys in just a second. I'm just like cleaning off crumbs. Okay.
Dee.
They're on a tripod, but look, here they are.
Dee, those are good.
I don't know. We're going to try one.
Really good.
We're going to try one. Well, once they're cooled, they're not really cool right now.
See, I'm finding now with this egg replacer, not as wet, which is fine, but it is a little bit
different. Yeah.
Yeah, the consistency. So, I mean, let's see. I'm adding the last quarter of the chocolate chips, but it's more denser.
Yeah, it definitely changes the texture of the dough.
Yeah. So now I'm kind of like, well, let's see how this plays in. Is it going to take longer to cook then? Or is it going to be... Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. My chips are falling out, which kind of worries me because then I want the dough to hold in. Okay. Show you mine. All right. That's what mine looks like. It is dense.
Okay. No, I mean, it looks good.
So, all right. I'm going to now plate them up.
I'm going to share the cookies on set, but with COVID, I don't think that's a good idea. Otherwise, I would.
Yeah, I know. Okay, talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to wash my hands.
Okay, I'm just reading comments. Everyone wants me to say hi, but I can't say hi to every single one of you, so hi. What am I going to do on my birthday? Not very much, because, you know, otherwise I probably would have gone back home to see my family, but with COVID, I can't do that this year, which is fine, so I'm going to lay low. It's on a Saturday, so I don't have to work. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
This is my makeshift tray. I have a glass tray. I realize I don't have a tray, but I have a silicone sleeve. So I'm going to put
That's what I had, yeah. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah? Okay. Is it, so it is, I know everyone going through this year having a pandemic birthday just changes everything, doesn't it?
I know.
All right, I have my scooper.
Oh yeah, I use that one too. It's,
I don't know which size, like small cookies to feel less guilty or bigger cookies.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home, okay. All right.
Yeah, I could do a Zoom birthday. That's kind of what I've been doing for my other friends. It's like getting on like FaceTime calls and Zoom calls and celebrating that way.
Yeah. That's a good way. You adapt, right? So, okay. I'm going to have to flip this over then.
Are we able to act without social distancing? Yes. I mean, they're writing it in a way that sort of limits our interactions. So it's different than it used to be, but yeah, we're able, because we get tested so often, we are able to act with one another when necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of, we have to.
Yeah. It's so funny because some of my friends that are on some soap opera shows, I've been hearing that, you know, any intimate sort of kissing scenes, they have asked if their partners can step in for that. And
oh yeah, you were telling me about that, which I find to be absolutely hysterical.
And so when they have to do a kissing scene, they'll put either a wig or something, or they happen to look alike. And then, yeah, and it's their partner or their spouse. Or
yeah, we're not doing that, but it's definitely unique.
Yeah, right? And so Carl's like, yeah, I'm
be
fine
down.
with that. And I was like, well, you know, Grace is, you know, last week we checked in, Grace on Fears with the wonderful Lenny James, and you really don't look like him.
So are you pregnant on the show currently?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So I'm pregnant. Last we left off, Grace was pregnant. She didn't think no one, that was the biggest surprise in the storyline. Mm-hmm. So, but a lot of people have asked, they said, well, so she's not sick. But to answer your question, Grace is sick because she still exposed herself to all that radiation back at the plant. So now she has this added complication of being pregnant. So you can just imagine everything that's going on in her mind. So, yeah.
In the middle of an apocalypse.
I know, in an apocalypse, right? It's like, okay.
All right, then.
It's nerve-wracking in itself.
I know. I remember when I used to watch the show, I used to watch The Walking Dead, like, religiously. And it was so stressful. It was so stressful. And I sort of feel like a little weird when we're on set now in our zones and our masks and everything. I'm like, oh my God, this is kind of like this come to life. Yeah.
Do you remember when the pandemic first started? I'm going to put in my first bake. The shelves, like all the grocery stores, empty.
I know.
You know?
I do have a quick question. Is this going to take us off at 2?
No, I think we can go over. I think we can. Yeah. If it does, by any chance, are you okay if I start up a new one? If it does.
Sure. Yeah.
But then I only hope it saves. But so far, it's been okay. I'm going to put mine in, but at least you see what Danielle's looks like.
Yeah.
And so we know we're coming up to 800. If we can get to 1,000.
1,000, guys, that would be amazing.
That would be so amazing, guys, if we could do it that way.
Yeah. Again, do your own research on it. I think it's a really important organization for everyone to know of. So yeah, do your own research on it. And should you please make a donation?
That would be great. Now I've got to time mine to 110. Okay. Good. Oh, that's work. That's work. What else? What can we do here? Any other questions?
Scrolling through.
Everyone's so happy to see you online. You know, especially when you're filming, it really takes it out of you. So it makes it quite challenging, you know, to sort of do more live as one would like, because the hours are so long, and often on a weekend, I'm sure the same with you, Nav. It's about catching up on rest.
Yeah, it's definitely huge to rest, and I'm in school, so I also
on top of that, I mean,
whole thing. So
yeah.
Someone just said that ACLU is the guardian for every individual American's rights and liberties. Super important. So
I love that. Guardian angel.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. 809-87, 55 donations.
Wow, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is making my heart so warm.
Yeah.
I guess we can go over.
I think we can, yeah. Some of my tea with Karens have gone over by an hour and a half, some of them. So
Okay.
I think we're good. And I know Charlotte Under the Feathers recording this. Thank you, love. So all good. Are your cookies cooled down or something? Do you have your
I think so. They're
cup of tea
still
ready?
Huh?
You got your cup of tea ready?
Oh, I didn't make one this time around because I was so preoccupied by getting my actual like recipe.
Yeah, me
and I
too.
like hopped out of the shower and I was like, oh my God, I gotta get my ingredients. But I have my water, which looks ridiculous with a bright yellow reusable straw. So
I'm amazing. Are those are the ones that are the flexible ones, right?
yeah, they're the flexible ones. I have the stainless steel ones too, which I use.
Yeah.
But they were all dirty, so
Those ones are really good too. Great for bringing onto set. I have like my own sort of cooler bag now, and I put everything in there. And I was gifted this amazing cooler. It's like creme de la creme from Rover.
Okay.
They knew I was doing the road trips from LA to Austin, and it's a 3-day. We do the 2 stops, so it takes us about 3 days to get here. So we have to have our food and everything because in COVID, right, you can't really stop off just anywhere.
No.
So so we've been putting all our food in our Rover, and the ice holds for up to 7 days. It's amazing. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. So if any of you guys are tuning in and looking for an amazing cooler that you can take everywhere, especially during this pandemic, it's ROVR. You can follow them there. And I have a code at KD15, which will give you 15% off. It's amazing. I have the cutting board. I have the drinks holder. And then they have a section that if you're camping or something, you can put there's a socket where you can add an umbrella to give you shade. It's all in this cooler. It's like, oh my gosh.
That's so great.
Yeah. It's really good. So, yeah.
I don't really, I'm not like traveling a whole lot, but one day when it comes in use.
Yeah. Yeah. Road trips are fun.
I did do a road trip down to here.
You did?
I did.
How long did that take?
It's like, well, when you stop and stuff and you have to get gas and you have to tend to the dog, it took like 17 hours, I want to say.
Not bad.
No, it's not bad. I've done it a couple of times now. Like with stops, it was like 17 hours. And I left at like 7 in the morning and I got home at like 11. I don't know, something like that. But it wasn't bad. It's a beautiful drive. It's actually a really beautiful drive. So we got lucky with that.
It's so peaceful. I feel like with this pandemic, quarantining at home, I've never looked more forward to a road trip. It was so peaceful. And then to be with, Carl and with Milo, it was just so much fun.
I know. Yeah, so, sure.
I mean, ask me that a few road trips later, but I think,
I know. Yeah, 3 days is a lot for sure. Yeah. I'm like
a 20-hour drive. So yeah. So that's why, doing the, oh gosh, I'll check my time. Breaking it up in the trip is so good to do. I have 6 minutes left.
Okay. Guys, we're almost at $950.
That's amazing. Now I've noticed my cookies aren't flattening, so I have a feeling they're going to take longer.
Yeah, probably. Mine aren't super flat either, but I kind of like a thick cookie.
I like a thick cookie too, but mine are still like in scoop form, so I'm like,
oh yeah. I like kind of flattened mine after I did a little scoop.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I just keep it on the sheet and not on that glass baking tray. That might affect the heat.
That's true. It might like not cook on the bottom as well.
Darn it.
You don't have a baking sheet?
Huh?
You don't have a baking sheet?
I have that silicone baking sheet.
But the actual like
baking tray?
Yeah.
No.
No.
That's why Carl's like, you're gonna have to put it on the glass. And I'm like, oh no. It's gonna bite me.
I'm surprised you balanced it so well.
I only put 6 on it instead of like 12.
Okay.
So I'm worried because they still look like that. Oh my God.
Oh.
I know. Oh no, but I'm glad at least yours came out beautifully well. And mine, I can just hope that maybe it'll take 20 minutes, but you know. I'm so excited. We're less than $50 away from 1,000.
I know. I'm just
Guys,
reading comments and such.
there's so many. I know. I always have to catch up.
I know.
It's like they're all there.
I know. I feel like I don't talk to you guys very much. So whenever I can, whenever I do lives, I always try to catch up.
Yeah.
What you guys are doing.
Now that with the holidays coming up, I feel like feels a little bit weird this time, in the sense that we've only just gone back to work and it's trying to get our heads around adapting to that schedule.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm playing catch up with like Halloween, but then Thanksgiving, and then you've got Christmas and New Year's. So there's so much to think about. And now we're getting those emails saying, oh, go get your holiday shopping in. And I'm like, what? Because everything's changed, because this is the first Christmas that I think that, well, I know that Carl and I won't be able to see his family or my family because they're in Canada.
That's right.
It's so tough, you know. I think that hurts a lot. Like, it was my mom's birthday this past week on Friday. Yeah. And just knowing that I just couldn't be with them, it's such a weird feeling, because it hurts so much that I can't be with them. But at the same time, to love them is to make sure that, you know, they're in Canada, so I couldn't see them anyway, especially whilst filming, because you need at least 2 weeks to quarantine when you get there. And
yeah.
So it's a little tricky. Do you know what you're doing for the holidays, or is it, you know, is it going to be pretty much the same? Or I know your family are, you live close by, so that's good.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, I might do a road trip, and obviously get tested and everything before I see them. Yeah. I don't want to expose anyone. So I would do it very safely. If I could do a little road trip back up to home and see them for the holidays, because we think we get, I don't know how long we're getting this year with COVID, probably 2 or 3 weeks. So, yeah, I'm going to do my best to do that. But I'll probably just spend Thanksgiving here and, you know, keep it low key anyway. I don't really do a lot for Thanksgiving anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, same here. Because we only get a few days break, so we'll be doing Thanksgiving here in Austin. But then just waiting to see what the schedules are like for Christmas, New Year's. Because again, we might be here too. Mm-hmm. But I am excited because the only time I've lived in a house with 2 levels is when I was growing up, at my parents' house. So my mom for Christmas would decorate the stairwells with those beautiful garlands.
With the garland, yeah.
And to me, that just made Christmas because it was so magical. But we've never had stairs. In our LA home, we don't have stairs. Right, yeah. So I was like, okay, fine. But now in our Austin home, we've got stairs. So I'm really excited.
You're so ready for Christmas.
What's the first thing I ordered? Garland to wrap around. Right. And Carl's laughing, thinking, really? I'm like, oh no, this is happening.
No,
I have to have my childhood memories of the garlands just wrapping around the stairwell. I was no.
The first thing I did when I got back to Atlanta was get a pumpkin. I was like, because that's a necessity. So I have a little pumpkin and I have some fall flowers. So in living alone, I've never had to buy like a Christmas tree because I always just went back home. But I think this year I'm going to buy my very first Christmas tree.
That's exciting.
And my mom actually, speaking of Christmas traditions with my mother, she collected ornaments for me since I was a baby. So she was like, one day when you have your own tree, it'll be a full tree filled with lots of memories and love. So I think this is the first year I'm going to do that. I'm very excited because I haven't like gone through any of the ornaments in 21 years. So.
Oh my gosh, Dee. You know what we should do? I just had an idea. Maybe we can do a tea with Karen closer to the holidays and we can decorate our trees live. And that can be decorate our tree fundraiser.
It's so pure and wholesome.
I know how you feel because all these, last year I think was the first time we had a tree for the same reasons, like because we were traveling to our parents so we never put up a tree.
Right.
Put up a tree last year. And I bawled my eyes out because I saw all these ornaments that my mom had given me. And it's like one ornament, just the memory from that can take you right back to when I was 6 to when I was 10, you know. Every ornament had a story, and I hadn't seen them in so long because they were in storage. And it was very funny because all of a sudden I'm just like, I'm so happy, but I'm like, oh, I remember. It's so sweet. I find I'm just getting more sentimental in my old age now.
My mom, as a joke last year, decided to order an ornament with my face on it, and it was the freakiest thing I've ever seen in my life. And she like put it on the tree, and I was like, why? But like, why? I see myself every day. I don't need to see myself on the Christmas tree too. And she was like, why not? And I was like, okay. We still do that though. Like our hair and makeup people, I mean, this year we can't because they're trying to eliminate anything that's unnecessary in the trailers. Yeah. But they would always buy Christmas decorations with our faces on them and hang them up. And it was like the weirdest thing. It was like, okay, I don't need to see myself on a Christmas decoration.
I want a Danielle Russell ornament.
A Danielle Russell.
I do. A Danielle Rose Russell.
You know, you can always just call me. You can just call me when I see my face. That's a better alternative.
I'll just say we'll have a picture of you on the tree.
It feels a bit like weird. I'm like, wow, this is like a weird little mini shrine of my face, and I just interesting, you know.
It's not funny, but our mothers do. God bless our moms, because I remember, like, you know, moving away from home, and every time I come back and visit, I think it's when Carl first came to meet my parents for the first time in Toronto, and we went to my parents' house, and my mom had this whole wall of just all these acting pictures of me in different shows, and Carl was like, "Oh my God, that's a shrine," and he said it's a Karen shrine, and so my mom now she tries to spread them out so it's not like
super like tiny, yeah. That's cute though. Oh, proud mom.
Cool. Yeah, proud mommy.
Yeah.
But you've given me an idea now. So cheeky me is gonna go and try and get an ornament of you.
I don't even know.
I'm gonna talk to your mom. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I don't. Where do you find that? Like, I don't know how she found it. Where do you find that?
You know, I bet you it might be an Etsy thing or something. My friend, so Jenna,
yeah, probably.
Yeah, one of my friends, she had these ornaments made of one for Milo, picture of Milo, and then another one of my 2 other dogs, one from my childhood and one before Milo. And so they're beautiful, and I hang them around the tree. I bet they could do one with a picture of you.
Oh, I'm sure they could. I'm sure they could, because like you can basically customize anything. Yeah. And I'm sure that you can literally just be like, here's the picture I want on my ornament. And they'll be like, no problem. I'm sure it's easy.
Yeah. We can get like a hope one, and then a Hope and Emma one. That'd be cool.
That would be cute.
That'd be cute. Okay,
yeah.
Leave it with me.
Yes.
The wheels are spinning. How are your cookies? Are they good?
I think they're cool. I'm waiting for you and yours.
Oh, don't worry. No, go ahead. Mine are they're taking double time.
No. I'm waiting. Seriously, I'm waiting.
I'm going to give it another 6 minutes.
Okay.
Because usually it's 10 minutes, but they sort of are going down a bit, but they're still, I'm like, oh boy. And I don't know what the rule is. Apparently you're not supposed to open the oven door too much either.
I know, you're not supposed to.
But they're a little too plump for my They look like ice cream scoops of cookie dough. That's exactly.
Cookie dough. Listen, yours is vegan, right? Your recipe is vegan?
Yeah. I tried it, so.
Just eat the dough.
I know. Can't we do that?
Yeah.
That's the best part, is cookie dough. It's like, I don't know, but they're really dense though. Maybe I should have used the smaller scoop.
Maybe. Honestly, maybe.
I'll try that, but it's, oh gosh. Okay. All right. Well, hey, we've passed 1,000.
We have passed 1,000. I know. I saw that.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you guys so much for meeting our goal.
Yes.
It's very, very generous of you to have donated. We really, really appreciate that.
I know. You guys are the best. This makes it just everything worthwhile. Even my interesting looking cookies. See, if we were baking at the Salvatore School, we could literally just go boom, and they're made, and they're done.
That's true. This is true. I'm sure anything can be achieved with magic. I don't know. There's very few rules, I feel like. Just things happen. There's loopholes to every rule anyway, so I'm sure you can make it work.
Maybe you could tell the writer's room to do an episode where it's like a bake-off or a cook-off. Can you imagine how funny that would
I'm
be?
trying to think if I've ever done anything like that on the show.
That would be hilarious. Can you imagine? We've done the school talent show, right? Mm-hmm. You're doing the musical now. Now, what if there was like an event where it's like a fundraiser again, and you guys had to bake? What would you bake? What would Hope bake?
Oh, what would Hope bake? I don't think Hope would partake, to be quite honest. I think Hope would be like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to observe from far away, enjoy. I'm trying to think. I lost my train of thought.
You know, I was wondering, okay, if I can see Hope not wanting to bake, but then I can see Landon baking a really sweet romantic cake, or I can see Josie baking an amazing cake, and I can also see Lizzie baking a really funny, like trying to get competitive and something goes horribly wrong in the bake.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm trying to, the other day I did a scene with pancakes. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say any context of what the scene is, but I did a scene with pancakes, and it was the first time, I think it was the first time that I've like had anything to eat on the show. And I was like, you literally never see Hope eat. Like she's just so like drink what nothing. Like you don't see it happening. So I was like, this is weirdly human for me. And we were joking, we were like, you know, I feel like what would be fitting is like by season 5 we just do a pancake monster. And so we were all like it was like ridiculous. And we were all just joking about how, you know, it wouldn't be too far-fetched.
That would be fun. That would be so much fun.
I love pancakes, though.
I used to love pancake. Well, I still do. Pancake Tuesday. Every year. Yeah. Near just before Lent. You know, they have Pancake Tuesday, Ash Wednesday. So
no.
They have Pancake Tuesday. It's like Pancake Day. And it was just
I've never heard of that before.
It was a great excuse to just get your parents to say, okay, I can eat as many pancakes today because it's Pancake Tuesday.
That's so strange. I've literally never heard of Pancake Tuesday before. Ever.
Yeah.
Why was I not a part of Pancake Tuesday is the question.
I know. So maybe we can, Pancake Tuesday can be any day. So,
yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to do this last roll up. Oh man, maybe I should have just stuck to what I know best, which is with the eggs.
The eggs, yeah.
Oh, they're looking good.
Hope did have a smoothie with the slug. Someone just pointed that out to me. She did have a smoothie, which I think it wasn't like a smoothie. I think they got what was similar to like a vanilla bean frappuccino at Starbucks, just with pink food dye in it and very pretty whipped cream. So I don't like coffee, so it was the best alternative, and it was actually really good.
You're a tea drinker. Girl after my own heart. Okay.
She did eat a croissant. You guys are pointing all this out to me, and I keep forgetting that, like, I guess you have seen Hope eat before. She did have a croissant.
So you did have a croissant?
I did have a croissant.
You had a croissant? Okay. Carl's checking in. I'm going to need your help, actually, babe. Can you be my sous chef? Okay. So you told me to put the baking sheet on top of the glass thingy because I don't have a baking tray.
Yeah.
But look what's happened.
Uh-oh.
It's taken double the time to cook. But I think they're okay now. They've been in there for 20 minutes, and normally it's 10.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so do you have the oven? You can take them out.
Yeah. We don't even have
tea.
Really?
I'll answer what kind of tea is my favorite. My favorite tea is Earl Grey.
Yeah, same.
Oh,
is
yeah, Carl's an Earl Grey guy.
Yeah.
I love my Earl Grey.
I know what to get Danielle for Christmas.
Just like an insane bunch of Earl Grey tea. I actually think about you very often when I drink my tea because I'm like, what if it's up to Karen's standards? I don't even know what brand I have. I have Twinings Twinings?
Yeah.
Twinings are great, which I feel like is a good brand.
Twinings is good.
Earl Grey's guaranteed.
It's what?
What he said.
No.
You gotta come on and tell everyone what you just said, 'cause that was funny.
Earl Grey is guaranteed.
Oh my God.
My husband, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'll be here all week.
You'll be here all week, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show you what one of these cookies looks like.
Okay.
It's gotta dry though. Oh, this is tricky.
You will need a tray.
I will need a tray because this is where I've got to put them, blast them in the fridge because they're still very gooey. You ready?
Okay, no, they look fine.
They look fine, but they're still, like, I feel like they've got to cool. See, I tried to move that.
Yeah,
but it didn't
yeah,
work.
they need to cool for sure.
So, let's see. So that'll be on cool. And let's see where we're at. Well, we passed 1,000, so we've reached our goal.
1,000, yes.
So our bake-off is done. And I think many lessons have been learned. Don't try new things live on a bake-off.
Live on Instagram.
Anything else you want to say to these lovelies?
Just thank you guys so much for your generosity. I don't know if some of you guys have left and joined, so if this does save, be sure to check out the beginning where we introduced ACLU. So yeah, just thank you guys so much for your generosity and for sticking around. So we just kind of were chatting on a Sunday afternoon, and it was fun. Thank you.
We should do more of these fundraisers. It's so much fun, and it's such a lovely way to, I feel like doing an IG live is wonderful when there's purpose to it as well, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And this is so much fun. So I vote for a Christmas tree decorating. That would be
Yes.
when do you put your tree up? That's the question. There's no right or wrong in this.
There's
There's no wrong in it.
It was tradition as a child that we would get our tree the day after Thanksgiving. And I'm not going to do a real tree, obviously, because that's just a lot.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just get it the day after Thanksgiving and uphold that tradition.
That's what we used to do from December 1st. But now, being in America, I just thought, well, let's put it up on Thanksgiving Day if it's not too crazy, because that's kind of. So depending where we'll be, we'll do it on, around there. So I'll reach out to you. So we're going to be catching up anyway before then, but we'll figure out a day where we can do it if it's possible, and we can find another organization that we can support.
Yes, let's do it.
Fun. And you've got to. I said you got to come and visit, because Austin.
I know.
And I know there's every way that we could do the socially distant, like quarantining stuff and everything. So we'll figure that out.
Absolutely.
Because it'd be so nice.
I know. I miss you so much.
I miss you too, love.
Your FaceTime calls. But
thank goodness for that,
Yeah.
All right, love. Well, thank you, lovelies, to all of you and your generous, kind hearts. We've raised almost 1,050 to donate. Goes all straight to the ACLU. Bless your hearts. You guys make a difference. Vote. If you're in America, vote.
Please vote very quickly. Please vote. It's a very important election. If you are of age, please go vote. That's the biggest piece of advice to take away from this. Please,
and if you need any
vote matters.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, love.
No. It's something I just needed to get out there.
Yeah. And if you guys need any more information on making a plan to vote, either now in advance or on the day, you can go to organizations like Rock the Vote. I Am a Voter. They're all on Instagram as well, and they're constantly posting daily so much information of where your nearest polling stations are. I sadly can't vote because I'm a green card holder, but I can certainly donate and cheer each and every one of you on to make sure that your voices are heard. Sometimes we think that one voice doesn't matter, but it does.
Your vote is your voice. So please do not, don't waste it. This is a really important one.
Yeah. Love you guys. I love you, Lady D.
I love you too. This was so much fun.
Thanks so much, my love. Bye, guys. Bye, love.